Assalamu alaikum to every lovely people out there. I, Cynthia Khan, welcomes you all with another brand new episode of The Travel Turd. And today's episode is a very interesting one because today we will be trying out the traditional Pakki Biryani. I repeat, it's the Pakki Biryani, not the Kachi we regularly take. And today is the first day I will be trying this out, and for that reason I'm much more excited with this. So now we are in front of Dhakaiya Pakki. It's situated in Banani at road number 12 and house number 37, and it's in level number 4. So let's check it out. So now we are in front of this Dhakaiya Pakki Biryani, and they are the first one who are serving us with the authentic Mughal Pakki Biryani. And the main motive of them is to serve the customers with the authentic Pakki Biryani from that of the Mughal period. And we will be trying it now. So let's check it out. The interior is so good, like you will feel for the moment like you are in the Mughal period. Like look at the decorations, the interiors are so good. Like they are having some banners with the festoons, like the writtens are here presented with all the authenticness, and the languages are the sub-languages of Dhaka. Especially the old Dhakaiya languages are presented here. Like এই যে রাজা মশাই আপনার জন্য নিয়ে এসেছি গরম গরম পাক্কি, পাক্কি স্বাদ হার মানিয়ে দেবে বাকি সব, খাইবেন কি গরু নাকি খাসি, as they have both the beef pakki along with the mutton pakki, and they are too having তো কাচ্চি তো অনেক আছে, পাক্কি কিন্তু একটাই, শরবতে জান্নাত are two they are famous one. So the decoration is so good. I'm feeling like I'm in a period of Mughal. Look, they are having mon boshena pakki chara, and they are so much confined about their recipes. So they have written like shaitan তুই আমার মন পাবি কিন্তু পাক্কির recipe পাবি না. This one is the menu card of them, and we will be ordering the beef platter, as it's my personal preference because I prefer beef much more than mutton, and you can have it both beef and mutton, but I prefer this beef one, and that includes beef pakki along with jali kebab, burhani or soft drinks. But I will be trying this sharbati jannat because this one is a famous one of them, and at case I will be trying this. And then they are having the green salad with this beef platter, and Jafrani firni are two included here. And for 1:1 the price range will be taka 530, and if you want to have it 3:1 then 1590 taka, and if you were engaged with multiple ones, and then the price range will be 2650 taka. And the mutton platter includes the mutton pakki along with jali kebab, burhani or soft drinks, and salad, and Jafrani firni are two included there. And the price range for 1:1 is 549, for 3:1 is 1649 taka, and for multiple ones are 2749 taka. And you can also avail the Shahi platter of them, and the Shahi platter of them includes the Shahi Morok Pulao along with green salad and soft drink. And for 1:1 you can have it only at taka 299. And they even have the Pulao platter. Look, they are having in Pulao platter, they are having the plain pulao along with beef rezala, chicken roast, jali kebab, burhani or soft drink along with Zafrani firni. And Zafrani firni is a famous one of them. And for single one, that is 1:1, you can avail it with only taka 585, and for 3:1 you can have it only in taka 1755. Along with they are singly available with mutton pakki, that includes the basmati rice, mutton, and one mutton piece will be available there along with the potatoes, they are terming as aloo. And beef pakki has also included basmati rice, beef piece and aloo. And the single platter of mutton pakki is taka 399, and for 3:1 is 1099, and for multiple platter is 1840 taka only. And beef pakki also has the price range starting from taka 380 for one person, and for 3:1 it's taka 1050, and for multiple one it's taka 799. So that was the menu card of them, and they too have the beverage one. And among all the beverage, the Sharbati Jannat is a famous one of them, and the price of Sharbati Jannat is taka 199 only. Along with they too have Borhani and other beverages which we commonly see. So we think that what's the difference of pakki along with kachi, because we feel like both are the biryani. So what will be the major difference of them? But there lies a huge difference of kachi biryani and pakki biryani, both in the cooking procedures of them along with the ingredients that are used there. There lies a far difference between them. Like those who have tasted kachi biryani amongst us knows that while preparing kachi, the raw marinated meats are layered along with the raw rice, and they are placed layered before cooking, and they include mainly the goat's meat. Even potatoes are too used there, but they are cooked being sealed with a wheat dough, so that it allows it to cook in its own steam and it's not uncovered till it is ready to serve. Whereas in this pakki biryani, the meat being marinated are cooked for some while, and then it's placed with the rice layer, and after that it got steamed in the dough sealed vessel, and that creates the difference between the kachi biryani and the pakki biryani, and the taste differs a lot due to this. And the major difference is this: in kachi biryani, raw meats are presented in the rice layer and the rice are too raw there. But in pakki biryani, the cooked meats are presented in the layer of the rice, and that creates the difference here. And we will be trying it now. I'm super excited for it. So we are now here with all our food items. This one is the beef pakki, and this one is the salad. Along with this one is the jali kebab. This one is the firni, and this one is the special zafran firni, and this one is the borhani they have served us, along with this special Sharbati Jannat. So let's taste it. They have served it along with some bone pieces of beef, and the potato is too here. And I feel really good having potatoes with biryani, because I feel like biryani remains incomplete without biryani, without the potatoes in it. Who else feel like this? Comment it down. I want to know, like, who feels the same like me, the potato lovers ones. The aroma that's coming are so dense, and I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm in age of Mughal, and they have served me this. And one important thing is, the beef pakki is very rare one in the whole town of Dhaka, because the beef pakki is mainly available here in this Dhakaiya Pakki restaurant. Let's squeeze some limes on it. The rices are so delicate, like they are not sticky at all, and I personally prefer the neat biryani, and this one is perfectly cooked biryani, and every grains of the rice are so perfectly cooked that each and every rices are perfectly done and no grains are broken. They are perfectly neat, and I prefer the neat biryani so much. The thing is, the spices have got so well mixed with the rice and the beef paste. and the beef piece is feeling so juicy, and it's so dense from inside. Like it's so moist that it gets melt inside the mouth. It's literally so good. I'm feeling like I'm in love of having this Pakki biryani. And let's taste it with some potatoes. It's so good, like literally it's so good. Especially the mixture of it along with the spices used here are so well and so well balanced it is. What will I talk about? Like starting from the mixture of the rice along with this meat, along with this potato, everything is so well and the taste is so amazing. Like, and another important thing is it's not that much oily in texture like the regular biryanis we take, right? That feels so oily. But who are so much health conscious but lovers of food, especially the biryani lover ones, may take this and try this out because it's not that much oily in texture along with tasty too. And the beef piece is cooked before. For that, it's getting more melted because whenever we take the cut cheese, the meats they're served as raw ones. For that, it don't feel that much melting inside the mouth. But here in Pakki, it's getting melted inside and it's feeling so delicious, super delicious. This one is a full potato. A full potato slice it is, and if I cut it, it gets so easily cut it because it's so well cooked and the balance of every mixture, starting from the salts to spices, the everything, chili flakes, everything's are so well balanced that creating a great taste in the potatoes even. And see the beef one. The beef one is so tender from inside and it's juicy. Whenever I put it in my mouth, it gets so melted. Like I feel like heaven I'm taking. It's so good. This one is the beef piece. It's having its vapor still now because it's so hot, tainted, and it's served hot. Their services are too good that they have served the hot ones, and the taste is amazing. Literally, it's amazing because whenever I'm pulling it down, it's getting pulled, and I'm not pressurizing it. And another thing is the mixture of the spices are so well in it. I'm not feeling that much spiciness, or even it's not that saltier, or nothing is imbalanced in it. All things are perfectly balanced and the taste goes amazing. Let's try it with some salads. I'm having carrots and cucumber slices. They too have served us chilies, but I won't take it because I don't like chilies. With salad, it's so sweet because I prefer salad so much. So obviously salad will be preferable one for me. And this one is the jali kebab they have served us, and this one is prepared mainly with the minced meat. See? This one is prepared mainly using the minced meat of beef along with some spices and maybe the flour coating, or this one is the egg scrambled coating is used all over. Look at the scramblings around. It's having a coating like it's a breadcrumb. No, this one is not a breadcrumb coating. Whereas it's egg coating. Egg coating is mainly made up of with eggs along with some spices, and that are used in the coating of this jali kebab. And let's taste it alone at first. I'm also seeing some coriander leaves here inside. And it was soft. While I was cutting, I felt it was soft. Yes, the flavor of coriander, the fresh coriander leaves are coming from inside. And they too have used onions which are not finely cooked but halfly cooked, and they are feeling like they are inside. They are creating the appearance, their existence they are creating. And that's feeling so good. Along with some green chilies are too used, and that are also getting inside mouth and creating a spicy texture around, and which is feeling super good. Let's test it with some pakkis. With pakki, it goes so well. Like, it's a beef jali kebab, and along with beef pakki, it's amazing in taste. But I felt like it's much good taking along because I'm a jali fan lover, and having this jali kebab alone without anything is preferable to me that much. But with pakki, it goes really good, and I'm loving it. This one is the burhani they have served us. And we all know about the procedures of making burhani. Plain yogurts are used in making procedures of burhani along with some spices like pudina leaves, then black pepper, salts, along with waters are used in making burhani. Though they were saying that this one is a special one of them, though they don't want to expose their secret recipes with us, they are so conservative about their making procedures. Let's taste it, how it tastes. A closer inspection reveals that it's a very dense one. It's so refreshing. Like, it's now the time is mid-noon and I'm having it, and in a time like this the sun is above the head and I'm having this fresh burhani, and I'm feeling like wow, literally wow, I'm feeling. It's really going with the weather along with this delicious traditional pakki biryani. It's going so well. I'm really unable to resist myself from taking this pakki biryani, and I'm feeling like I can have it a full set of 1:1 fully. This is that much tasty. And from burhani I'm getting the flavors of black peppers, along with obviously they have used the mint leaves. I'm sure of it because the fresh flavor of mint leaves are coming out. Along with they have used the plain yogurts, and the texture is so smooth, and they are two delicate ones, not the thin ones, a moderate thick one in texture, and it's really amazing in taste. They too served us a special beverage, and this one is their Sharbati Jannat, a very renowned one of them. And if you ever have came to this Dhakaya Pakki, you must try this out because this one is a special one of them, and they were like literally wanting us to taste this out. So let's test it. See, it's too a delicate one. While I'm pouring it down, I noticed that it's so a delicate one, but a little crunchiness inside is too filling from outside. Amazing. It's really amazing and a mind-blowing beverage because a numerous amount of nuts have been used here, starting from the almonds, the cashew nuts, even the pistachios, regular nuts, every kinds of nuts have been used here along with a dense milk and obviously a little much amount of sugar has been used, but it's not creating a much more sugar in taste. That's it's not tasting much more sweet. It's moderate in sweet, and those who favors that they will be taking the sweet beverage, but that will not be completely the sweet ones. That ranges the limited sweetened edition. Then this one is the perfect for them because this is so balanced in taste and it's amazing. Whenever I'm taking this, along with the textures of the sherbet which I'm taking, the crunchiness of pistachios, almonds, cashew nuts and every nuts that have been used here are coming out. Like I'm feeling like I'm taking a beverage full of nuts and the crunchiness of nuts are feeling amazing while they are entering the mouth. And I'm literally chewing it still now. I've literally become a fan of this Sharbati Jannat. It's really a Jannat one, that's heaven. And finally now we are here with the dessert one, and this one is a special dessert of Thakaiya Pakki, and this one is a dessert which is known as firni, a special firni which is saffron firni. See. Why we are calling it saffron firni? Obviously saffrons are used here, and the saffrons are used here in this firni. We say the rice pudding, right? We term the firnis as a rice pudding, as the rices which we take for biryanis like the basmati rice, or even the rices which are preferred for making the pulao dessert items. And even when we make the rice puddings, the rices get soaked in milk and it creates a dense texture around, and when it gets preserved in refrigerators, as they create a dense texture all over it, and after that when it gets refrigerated and gets a tender texture, then they are served along with saffrons. Obviously the saffrons were soaked in mainly they are soaked in milks, not in water. In milk, the saffrons are get soaked all over the night, not maybe all over the night, or at least 6 to 7 hours they remain soaked. And being soaked in the milk, they creates this color. The color we are seeing, yellowish, orangish kind of color. This color is mainly not any kind of food color. It's a saffron color, pure saffron one. And we may feel like, no, they have been used yellow color. No, they haven't used any food color here. The actual color of saffron are coming out as they were soaked all over the night, or maybe for more than 6 to 7 hours in milk, and that were then mixed with the mixtures of rice that were used in the making procedures of this rice pudding, the saffron rice pudding we are taking. And also we can see a teeny raisin all over it, and it's creating a nice decoration of it. So let's test it. The taste is so balanced, like literally so balanced. The aroma of saffron is coming out which will definitely mislead your mind. Definitely mislead your mind from the righteous path you are going. It will just mislead you because the fragrance of saffron is so good and it's going so good with this rice pudding. The fusion of them is so good that they have used saffron in the rice pudding that we regularly take, and it's so good in taste, just not because of the saffrons they have used, but also for the procedures they have maintained while cooking this, because they have presented us the thick consistent milks along with the rices that are here are so well cooked that it's creating a moist texture. See? And it really don't remains inside the mouth, and you don't need to pull it out for swallowing. It goes out just whenever you are getting it inside your mouth, it goes out automatically without any pulling out, or even you don't need to make a trap for getting it swollen. So that was it for the day. Hope you people have really liked this video, and if you have really liked this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up icon and do subscribe this channel, along with comment down all your queries in the comment section and share it with your all nearest ones. And please do support us like the way you were doing, and we will be right back soon with another new video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned with the Travel Test so that you can stay with loving yourselves. Allah Hafiz.